we're gonna do this. Well, I'm gonna do this. I always say we to make, you know, y'all feel like you're part of the game. 15 kgs, I'm not sure how I'm gonna cope. Hopefully I'll do about 5. And hopefully I won't injure myself. So let's just keep moving and see what happens. Wow. Alright. Stop there. Good thing I didn't sneeze and I really wanted to. That's 6. Okay. I'm gonna try the flies out. Probably do about 4 or 5. The aim right now is just not to injure myself. Although I'm feeling quite a bit of a pinch in my back. But that just may be because of something stupid I done earlier. Anyway, moving on. That may be all for the first set. It doesn't feel exhausted, but I can tell that I don't have the strength to do any more, or the stability, or the control, the muscle control. So I'm just going to do those 4, and then just take it up from there. If I want to keep doing this weight, it's smart that I take it a bit easy right now. Otherwise I could feel a huge amount of strain in my shoulders, and the last thing you want to damage is your shoulder area, because that's where the rotation comes in. So let's move on. Aim for 6, I believe, or 5. Let's go. Stop there at 5. So there 5. Come on. And that was 4. Felt it a bit deeper. I'm gonna feel that. The annoying thing about doing biceps and then doing fly is that when I'm doing my fly, I like to slightly lower my elbows inside to give me a bit more control, because I don't want to put too much weight or strain on my shoulders. Mainly because obviously it's the most important part, I guess, of a fly is your shoulders, the rotation you get out of them. Now what's going to happen is, because I'm doing a bicep curl behind the fly, I'm going to tie my biceps up, which means I may have a lot less control when I'm doing my fly. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this again as carefully as I can. I'm not going to try and push too hard. And then I'm going to go into the flies. So if I do drop my reps in the fly, you know that's due to either the weight or exhaustion. So, just going to give it a go. Try and, I guess, be as careful as possible. And we'll see how it goes. Leave it at 5 there. Leave it at 5 there. Recording?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot more difficult to get up with 30 kgs on top of you, but I think it's going well, to be fair. I thought it'd be a bit more difficult, but obviously I have a lot more control on the flat than I do on the incline, because as I said before, incline, top part of your chest, weakest part of your chest. Anyway, moving on from that, we have to maintain my control when doing the flies for two good reasons. One, I keep mentioning, shoulders. Second reason, that with the new weight, it's not difficult to hold the weights, and by that I mean grip them, but the difficulty comes in that my arms aren't used to the weight, so actually holding them up and keeping them in the position before beginning seems to be the more difficult part than actually doing the exercise. It's very strenuous holding the weights and getting into position. Alright, so let's try how many I'm gonna aim for here. I'll probably go for hopefully 8, maybe 10. Alright. That was tiring, mainly because a lot of times I've worked out, the exercises involve gripping weights. You just kind of lock your hand, rotate your wrist slightly. Now with using this, I'm trying to control the beam as much as possible, because you don't actually have weight stops in the end. You have these little clips, and the clips are pretty pooey. Sorry, cameraman's what I think about swearing. Anyway, they're pretty pooey. So what happens is they kind of loosen, and the weights start rolling. It can be annoying, can be distracting, and sometimes if they get a good spin, it can throw your balance. So the biggest issue there is maintaining as much control as possible. Also, my wrists are getting pretty tired, because at the end of it you got to kind of curl up as you do it. Get the full workout. So my biceps are really tired from doing obviously the 15s, and I was going to doing that. Tired me out a bit. And now just thinking about it in retrospect, I probably should have gone for about 8, 7. Because when it comes to lifting the long bar to the shoulder press, it's going to be 30 kgs. And in the first pull, I have to curl my biceps before I put it up above my head. So we'll see how that goes. Moving on. Wait, I'm going to try and do the decline flies now. By try, I mean I will do. And by decline flies, I mean decline flies. So what's going to happen is I'm going to lay back, do my flies as controlled as possible, as well as possible. Only issue with this is that I may have a lot of trouble sitting back up, because I'm holding 30 kgs, 15 in each hand, and I may not be able to sit back up to put them down. So if it cuts from me doing flies to me doing a different exercise, you know it's because I couldn't get back up. I'm not going to lie to you. So let's move forward and see if I can actually do any of these. Exhausted, tiring, painful. From the first one, I pretty much had no energy to do the rest of them. The rest of them was just going on memory and as much control as I could possibly get, and technique. The last one was just sheer luck. So let's move on, and as I normally say, please do not try this at home. This is really dangerous what I'm doing. And pretty much that's about it. Let's move forward.